The UBC is produced by Backgammon Galaxy. Play among the stars. The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app is coming soon. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more. Hi there. This is the amazing team who made the UBC production that you're watching right now. You can support us by donating any amount using the YouTube Super Chat. Just click the dollar icon in the chat window to get started. Donate $25 or more to get our eternal gratitude. Donate $50 to get a personal shout-out by Marc Olsen in an exclusive video. Donate $100 to get a signed copy of the event poster and a shout-out. Thank you so much for your support. Get the limited edition signed poster by donating $100 in the YouTube Super Chat. Your donations will support the hardworking team who made the UBC a reality. Thank you so much.
Okay, what's up everybody, Backgammon fans? We're back, Nick and myself, Marc Olsen. Match number 3 we're about to see here. The score is now 3-1.
I think
4-0. That's right,
4-0,
actually.
yeah.
The PR point ended up being a close win for Mochy.
Yeah, it was really unclear at first. We had to run through all the settings and everything like that, of course, and get the decision. But it looks like a strong lead for Mochy to start. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I was slightly confused here because we just had a little bit stuff going on. But yes, so 4-0 for Mochy. Even though Dirk did find he did get back to his A game.
Yeah, it always hurts to play a 2 and not be able to win the PR battle.
Yes.
That's hardly fair.
Then we had a fun situation, Nick.
Yeah.
With the cube action. Recube.
Oh, yeah. So we were talking about, in the 4-way, 3-way cube at the end of the game, last match, it turns out that's a reference, like super close to a reference position in Dirk's new book. It happens to be on page 105. We were going to show you it if we could, but I mean, it's not showing up with the lighting and things like that. But the only difference, essentially, well, 2 things, was that like he had a closed board in his reference position in the book, and there were repeaters in it too. But it was just very interesting. It's something that he's studied precisely, and that's why he spent so much time thinking about it.
Yes. Okay,
Oh,
so
great
here we
start
are.
here. Okay.
So match number 3, Mochy has been playing like below 1.5x
So
so
good.
far
So good.
in average
Yeah.
over the first 2 matches. Has he
Yeah.
made a blunder yet?
I don't think so. No, I think he's got 0, and I think Dirk might have had 1 blunder. Depending, I didn't look at it after the rollout
Yes.
in last match, so I could be 75%, could be 50
Yeah.
of blunderless games.
We have a running bet, Nick and me, about
great
the
shot. He
probability
needed
of
this
playing
anger.
a blunderless 7-point match.
Yeah.
I took the under 50%. Nick took the over.
No, I took the rest. You took the other.
He wants to put if it's at 50. He wants that. Okay.
Got to take what I can get. Okay, 4-2. What do we do here? This is
Isn't it 4-1? Is it a shade or
I think it's a 4-2.
it's a 4-2? Sorry.
So the blocking point does kind of look natural in this weird way, but then like even though you're giving up the midpoint, you're not splitting. But this is a kind of classic Mochy situation where it's prime versus blitz, right? You're not really being primed here, so you don't want to split into this position. These 10 checkers in the zone are more threatening to close you out.
This is actually one of those positions where I kind of disagrees with Mochy's theory.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
even though
yeah.
he has impure points, he's still blocking 4 out of 6
Sure.
points to move of Dirk's back checkers, and he has a more advanced anger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, 6
look
is
at
a great
this.
shot. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great shot. And now he's
Should
into
be good
a
enough to win.
into a defined position here.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to cube it.
Yeah.
Next roll,
I guess we might as well leave the blot up there. What's it hurt?
strong
And I
duplication.
think it's just a pass, isn't it? Yeah.
It must
yeah,
be,
we
yeah.
can see by the analysis here. But yeah, I get what you're saying about like technically in the way that you is evaluate positions, he is priming. He does have a blocking point. You're not at the edge of the prime. But in the sense that Mochy talks about it, it's more about what is the bigger threat in this position.
Uh-huh.
And this position is more geared when you have impure points towards wanting to blitz. He'd be happier to turn it into a blitz than to turn it into a prime because it's very hard to build the 5 and the 4.
Yeah.
But it's very easy to attack
But
either
the-
way with 3 mid
That,
points.
okay,
So,
that's
yeah.
that's true. We
So
do,
I
we
think
do see
that's
the
what he
pass
means
here. By the
about-
way, it's a
yeah.
big pass, so
Yeah.
that's a good pass here.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app is coming soon. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more.
Nearly
But
too good,
the thing
actually.
is
Look
in
how close that
backgammon that
decision is.
sometimes you can win by priming. You don't necessarily need to build the 6 prime. You just need to obstruct your opponent sufficiently to not let him win the race.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Again, it's just a metric of like which do you fear more?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's also a very simple heuristic. Like when you have the
Yeah.
deuce point mate, you have a blitz formation. It's
Yes.
kind of simple, but it kind of works also 95% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Deuces.
Oh
good.
yeah, we must have to advance at least 2, and then we're primed if we stay there. So don't we just make the 20?
I think this is one of those where you make the 20.
Yeah.
Because of you don't want to have the less advanced anger.
Yeah.
When your opponent has the golden point, you want to catch up.
It cost him a little equity in last match, so it's probably I'm surprised he didn't stop and second guess himself a little bit, but he knows this one. Yep.
I think so.
5-1.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna break the board point. This is just an awkward thing to do.
I think
it's too
so.
close to leave a shot.
You could leave a shot.
I guess
You're
he's down enough in the race. Then
slightly
maybe.
down. So
Yeah.
okay, it's close as we
Yeah.
can see. Very close.
Super close. Okay. 5-2. He wants to just run with the 2 blots behind. I don't know if the race is big enough to do that. I'd probably just
yeah. I agree. The race is not big enough.
Yeah. And now we see something we talked about last match in this too, where it's you just play the simple holding game and you don't think about running off the anchor. Even though it looks like an opportunity, you can just so easily regret it so quickly, you know?
Yes. It's not a typical move in a mutual holding game that you
Mhm.
break the anchor. You
Yeah.
usually wait until you roll a double, or you simply wait so long that you don't have any other reasonable alternatives to play.
Yeah.
That's when you break the anchor.
I feel like we saw a whole bunch of exceptions last match though. So
Yeah.
it happens, yeah.
It happens. That was not pure
Yes.
mutual holding games like we have here. This is like as pure as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Both
And they're
players
both
sitting
playing
on
lights
the,
out too, playing
Yeah,
0.
playing
Mhm.
a 0.
This is a tricky decision here too. I like the original play. I don't know if I have a good reason. You might as well develop the board for the breaking point, right?
I think so too.
And it's not so important to This isn't really like more pure, which I think is what you're kind of looking for with this play.
It's also slightly less efficient because the
Yeah.
dilly build on the 4 is not efficient. You strip the midpoint, and it's not obvious to me that there's a loss of flexibility after this move. I think it's
Yeah.
actually as flexible, so why not get the extra point?
Yeah.
And look at the efficiency now of the checkers behind the anchor.
Hmm. This is just going to break the 9 almost certainly. I was going to think about running again.
Let's see. He's going to be up 10
Oh.
pips. That's not a lot.
Look at the best
He's-
play here. I didn't see that coming.
Oh, yeah, breaking the
This is,
mid.
block behind? Why do we want to do that?
Actually, there's a good reason behind it.
Yeah.
It's definitely the most flexible move. Here you have a loss
Yeah.
of flexibility if you make
Of
this
course.
move.
Yeah.
And it's kind of not so bad on most of the deuces to get hit. For instance, 2-1. You know,
Mhm.
it's not a great hit. 2-3 is not a great hit. 2-5, you still have a ton of return shots.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is, I think, a lot of humans would make this move,
Yeah.
but he missed out on making the superhuman move here, Dirk Schiemann.
Yeah. This one, even though he's slightly ahead in the race, I'm probably just releasing the mid and covering. You've got better flexibility than your opponent.
Yeah, this is really race dependent.
Yeah. Well, the other issue is that if you come out 20-16 with 2, you don't have a fourth 4 to play.
That's a good argument.
Yeah, so you kind of have to.
He's looking
Otherwise,
at it
this
though.
might be better.
He's looking at it, yeah, but then you leave a shot.
Yeah,
That's
and you
no
can't
good.
you just can't leave the shot.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
yeah.
The race is too close.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a little bit stripped out here. He
Yeah.
has to break something.
Yeah,
Where
it's
the
more
other-
flexible after the other play.
The other one is more flexible, yes.
Yeah.
You sacrifice some connectivity, but you get more flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to
Yeah.
leave a shot.
I do wonder if this. This is an
It's
interesting
actually-
alternative.
This
16
one.
and 9.
That's the second best. There's
yeah.
some priming value in the 9 point as well here.
Yeah, fair.
The closer the race is, the more important
Yeah.
priming becomes. You wanna
Block your opponent's
block.
double fours.
That's right.
So he's going to start over. I imagine he's going to find the best play here, though. These get complicated this way. You know, you want to keep it simple, but it's kind of nothing's perfect. So,
Yeah.
so what do you find?
And it's very difficult with the double fours to find the best play. You have so many alternatives.
Yeah.
Good play by Dirk.
Mochi.
Oh, sorry. Good play by Mochy.
Double fives,
Mm.
okay. Full punish. I think you still just keep them coming, even though it's a point to clear and you have to deal with the midpoint. Yeah.
Yes.
And
It's-
14 pips is probably not 9 pips now. I don't think we have a cube yet.
It's also very. By the way, this is a perfect reference position from the new book published by Backgammon Galaxy by
Oh.
Stig Rice,
Okay.
holding game guru.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that if you read that book, you would identify this to be a no double.
Yeah. What's the
9
reference in
pips.
this one?
Here, I mean, this one is a stripped holding game, so it's slightly
Mm.
different.
Mhm.
But he has some very nice rules from kind of like the standard holding games, and he
Yeah.
has a good naming convention to them as well, so you can remember the reference positions. But
Gotcha.
I knew that was a clear no double just by knowing the reference positions from the book. I read
Neat.
it a couple of nights ago.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Yeah, this
Very
seems
good book, by the way. Highly recommended.
Interesting. 7-1's a little bit better. Like, kind of, for some reason, that feels,
It's nice and efficient.
yeah, like the
Racing
intuitive
wise.
thing to do. 3-1, okay. It's just gonna fill in the gap. And yeah, I guess Dirk wants to clear, but it's still not gin if he does. You know, it's a tight race, and this isn't kind of like we were talking about. Like still with contact to go as well. It's just clear no double because even if you do resolve it to a race, you're still not happy yet to have something.
Yes.
Yeah.
The crunch hasn't occurred yet. If there was just the slightest bit of crunch in Mochy's home board, then Dirk might consider cubing.
Yeah.
When the race is not really big in his favor.
Now is
But
Mochi
this
likely
is-
to leave on this roll?
I mean, I think he prefers to leave. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a way to leave, sure.
Yeah. I was about to say he probably prefers to leave with at least one of them rather than crunching his inner board.
Yeah, I would think so. I was thinking about
But,
like a 5-4 or something like that.
Yes, 5-4. It's a difficult decision.
You don't lose gammons anymore, but you still can lose the game just by being pointed on. So
That's
it's a
the
lot to give up. Yeah.
Exactly. That's right.
And this is enough. 11 pips is enough to pass. Yeah.
It's enough to pass.
Yeah.
Yes. So Dirk is just recounting, making sure that
Yeah.
He's getting the pip count right, and it's a big pass. Yes.
And it's tough to beat a guy that plays a 0.00.
Yeah.
Tough stuff from Mochy so far.
Like the narrative of Mochy being weak on day one, I think he's crushing it
Yeah.
so far.
What do you? What's your over underline? 1.2.
For Mochy so far?
Yeah.
In the first
Average,
three matches?
three-match average
he's
PR.
probably something like that.
I think
Yeah.
he played under a 1, and I think he played a 1.9 so
Yes,
far.
and now he's at a 1 in game 3 here.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh no,
it's-
he's at a 0.
Oh, sorry, at a 0, absolute 0 in game 3. So yeah, it's probably
Do we have to
1.1
lower
or
it?
something.
Yeah. I set a good line. I got it.
Yeah, you got a good line, yeah.
If you take the under, I get all though. Don't worry.
But Dirk is also playing very well.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
another lover's leap
Yeah.
from Dirk. And now
Oh, do we
he's
have
heading
the-
into a running game. Okay,
think we
this is
have the-
interesting. Look at this one, 6-5. Is this a split to the bar for contact, or do you just run all the way?
Just all the way when it's 3 pips. If you're like clearly down or like have other more clear advantages, certain scores, you would do that.
Yeah,
But here, I think it's fine to just run. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is just fine. And you're still gonna get a lot of shots from the bad numbers from
Yeah.
Dirk, even though he just has one man back.
It's a good eye for that though. You should be looking for that for sure when you're not winning when you run.
I think
Um,
it might be better here to unstack. Yes, it is better.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's confirmed by Extreme Gammon. When you have a super stack.
Yeah.
No, that was not good.
That's
That was a
deal,
big
too.
mistake. That was a blunder. He failed to unstack his super stack.
Yeah.
Just to,
You made 2 points.
yeah, you give slightly fewer numbers. How many fewer? 17 versus 15. Two less numbers, but
Yeah.
you failed to get a flexible position.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually a kind of a unusual. I think he didn't think it through, Dirk.
Yeah. I did notice. I think we're like looking at the game by game PR right now too. By the way, instead of the match PR, you can see on the summary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he started
This is
at
something that
this-
Hossein should be attentive of. Yeah, this is the game by game.
yeah.
I think Hossein can right click on the summary tab
Mm-hmm.
when he has the time, and then he can
What is
set
this
it back
position?
to,
So again, if we're I don't
double
think we-
3. Oh, he can run. Is that what you want to do, or you want to stay back and squeeze?
Feels very strange to run.
Yeah, because then you can lose your race equity, and he
Yeah.
can unstack. So you gotta stay back and squeeze.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
you don't
a-
want to step up past the 3-point either. So you just make the bar and play to the 5. Is that it? Or
You
2
just
down
make
to the 7.
You just
okay.
make the bar.
Yeah.
Just make the bar. It seems.
But you can make it. You already have a checker on the 10.
That's the. I mean.
So the first 3 are clear. 13 to 7, 10 to 7, and then where's your last one?
Oh,
What
he
do you
made the
run?
first
Yeah.
mistake here, Mochy.
Okay, this could be a sizable one too.
This is kind of like a standard play when you're up in the race, but
Yeah.
not when your
there
opponent
we
has a
go.
super stack on the midpoint.
We just switched the match.
There we go.
Mochi's still at a 0. He hasn't gotten the 3s in yet though. Yeah.
There
Okay.
it can. Yeah, that was a mistake. I
Was
think
that
he's
a blunder
It was a
or not?
blunder.
164.
It was a blunder. So now Mochy made his first blunder of the UBC final.
And now I'm
In
clearly
match 3.
losing the 50% line. This is the worst thing that's happened to me. But okay, exciting backgammon. But it works. He gets away with it. He's winning
Yes.
the race,
It's-
and he's
it's-
going to have a
it's-
lot of efficient cubes.
It's the standard play that you run when you're up in the race like this
Yeah.
to get the reward of achieving freedom into a winning race. But position was different, right? Because of the
When it's-
super stack on the midpoint and the inflexibility.
Yeah, when it's close too, I think that's part of it. I think you like to run when the race is clear, when you maintain your lead after being hit is like, it makes it more clear too. But at some of those where it's close, where that's the swing if you get hit or not, like you have to be very careful about that.
That's true.
Yeah. But still winning the PR race with that mistake too.
Yeah, but it's close now.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
very close. So now it could easily swing in the next game.
Yeah. Yeah. The line changes. The line changes.
And Dirk is in desperate need to win some points.
He bleeds. 4-1 must just 6 and 3.
Would
What's
he save a
naturally?
6 here? Or would he just take
Yeah.
a crossover?
I don't know. I'm just like, for some reason it looks better for distribution, but I guess that's right. You just play into the 3 or something.
Doesn't really matter, to be honest.
8 to 7.
Again, this
6 to
is
2. Okay.
Basically an end game.
Yeah.
No contact, race
This-
position.
That's the first play I see for some reason too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just seems very natural.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
To
4 is okay. Turn it right around.
now he's back, so now he's gonna be up in the race 8 pips, I think.
I think so. Not always keeping up with the pip count here.
Mm-hmm.
Depends what move we're on. But yeah, I had 8. Okay, so we're gonna swing right back and forth here.
Yes. Small advantage here to Dirk.
Yeah, he's gonna count the. Guess he doesn't have the pip count already. Okay.
No, he's down 1 pip, so he's a 56% favorite here.
Spend a little time on that. It's funny, if I didn't have the pip count in the corners here, then I would just be keeping a running count and I would know. But instead I'm lazy. Relying on it and then not trusting it. What can you do? 2-1.
2-1,
Okay.
that's not good.
3-2 seems nice, doesn't it?
What about 8-7? Isn't 8-7 better? Just to make sure that you get the aces in?
Yeah, I guess so.
I
That's
think
fair.
8-7
They're very
is
close, yeah.
it's very, very close. It's nothing.
But those technicalities, I guess, like you have a clear reason for it and they don't tend to be a big deal, but they're just right and wrong, you know? So you gotta know.
It's just so difficult to give away big amounts of
Yes.
equity in a race position like this. I mean,
Mhm.
unless you do something that's
Okay.
that's a market loser.
I think it's just 12 actually, so maybe.
Is that double 3?
threes is gonna
Okay,
even out,
maybe it's
so
not a
no,
market loser.
yeah.
Let's see here. Okay.
Maybe dead even. Oh, we're seeing the EPC there too.
Yeah, I thought we toggled off the EPC.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
how it snuck back in there.
I don't know.
Definitely turned it off.
Both below 3 still though, huh?
I'm
Then
sure.
I think this is 4-2.
I'm sure Tua knows how to turn off
Oh,
the
yeah, look at this. If he plays 5.
EPC
Oh,
in
okay.
Extreme Gammon.
We're getting 5-3 might be better, but we're getting weird plies on it for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay. 5-4, 2 off, and where are we now?
The PR race is close. Both playing in the 2.x area,
Yeah, yeah.
and we're not even halfway through the match. Very interesting match, this one.
Yeah, it tends to kind of reduce in complexity as it goes too, right? So. And now
So-
7 chuggers left to 8 and
Uh-huh.
better distribution probably, but he might still be behind in the EPC somehow. He's got to think about it, but yeah, this is nothing. Yeah.
It's nothing. It's not even a 4-roll versus 4-roll position. It's worse for Dirk
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. It can be hard to evaluate the wastage in something like this with a
Yes.
stack on a high point.
He is thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of pressure to not
6-3.
miss this stuff, right?
Yes, that's right. I mean, I make blunders in these kinds of positions all the time. It's probably my weakness. It's these bear-off positions.
Mm. What about
Oh,
3
double
straggler kind of positions? Oh, I was waiting for my moment to remind you of that.
Yeah, Nick is referring to the moment when I blundered big time in the UBC contender semifinal. I was actually winning and heading myself into the final, playing like a sub 3 PR, and then I just made a galactic blunder, 700 blunder, dropping a huge take. So
Yeah, we all do it.
yeah, that was a leak in my game exposed. Okay, what do we have here?
Wow, look at this.
Mo-
Well, I see the XG
Mochy's on
numbers
roll.
already, but this is
Oh,
not.
we see the XG numbers. Ah, we
Ah.
know it's a drop, but it's basically a 3-roll for Mochy. 1, 2
And he's
versus a
got
3
one
roll.
free miss, yeah.
Mhm.
So what number would take him to another one? I guess he could roll a 3-1 and have problems, but there's probably not very
That's
many rolls like
basically
this.
the only one where it's like in real problems. That's like if he rolls a 3-1, and Mochy could roll a 3 2 times in a row, or he could roll an ace 2 times in a row.
You mean Dirk? Or-
Sorry, Dirk.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep-
yeah. Yeah, he can
mean,
miss as well. So
Yes,
it's not-
that's the thing. So this seems very, very clear to me that it's very similar to a 3-roll versus 3-roll,
Mhm.
where if you follow the 7 multiplication,
Yeah.
you remember that you have 21% in that reference position. If it's a
Ah.
pure 3-roll versus 3-roll.
I gotcha.
Cube like a from basics to badass. Oh, is it a drop?
Yeah.
Good drop. Very
Also, a thing that I
Very
learned
good
very
drop.
early on in those is that, oh, tries to take the point again. Good work, Dirk. It's going to work one of these times. No, of course not. But what was I going? Oh, it's more relevant, like whether or not your doubles work for the trailer. That's what you need to be able to take. is to be able to catch up. So having gaps and stuff like that is a bigger problem. If they both have similarly
Join the UBC 2022 Contender Tournament starting April 18th and the Istafter Annual starting April 21st.
similarly different from a true three roll positions, it gets better for the doubler. Does that
Okay.
make sense? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the gaps kind of give a chance to catch up.
Yeah, the important part is that you need to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the pure 3-roll versus 3-roll is a borderline drop.
Yeah, I think it's a sizable one. I think.
No, it's very close.
Hmm.
It's your winning chance is like slightly below 21.5%,
Yeah,
but your recube
is
wig
zero.
is small.
so you need
it's
it to be much closer to 25.
It's not
so
zero.
yeah.
It's
nearly.
not zero. Is it?
I think it is.
In a pure, is it
Yeah,
zero?
because you have to roll a zero somewhere. Yeah.
But that how can it just be a borderline? And remember that it's just a very small drop. So how is that possible? Oh,
I think it's a big one. I think the four roll is
is it?
closer.
I'm gonna check it on my mobile phone. Oh, they already started. So you go ahead, I'll settle. I'll settle this dispute.
I almost feel like we've had this dispute on stream before. It's the funny part.
Oh,
This is a repeat too. He doesn't go for the double hit.
prime
brings the checker
versus
down.
blitz formation here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he didn't go for the double hit. We've seen that position as well. That's true.
Yeah.
Or something similar to it.
Shaping up nicely for Dirk. This 6-away, 5-away. This is one of those scores that's not supposed to happen against XG, according to Mochy. This looks like a point and hit. Or you can hit. Oh, wow. Look at all these options. This is a blast. You can just cover the 3. You can make the 4 and hit on the ace. You can hit on the 16. You can anchor. I feel like this can't be it. You're outboarded. You have a blotting board. Yeah, this is the first play that I see is XG's choice here. Is this and then put a second checker in the air.
Oh, that's a nice play.
But then
huh?
I started to notice that there's like all these other options.
Yeah, wow, what a position this
yeah,
is.
This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but he finds a good play. Well played, Mochy.
Yeah, I think that's a sharp find.
Okay, what about this? What about this? I mean, they're up lots.
He's
out
leading, but
there.
I don't think the score is particularly relevant. He's still down in the race, technically, it looks like.
Yeah, it's
He's
not a
got that
double.
liability back on the ace and the ace point made still, but he's got the rack is
He's
the thing
got
he's
the
got.
rack, and he's got some blots out there.
4 blots, yeah.
Yeah, it's too thin, as we can see here. It's
Yeah.
not quite there
Like
yet.
8.5 in the zone.
Yeah,
too.
8.5 in the zone. That's right. Oh wow.
Double twos?
No, it's 2-1.
1-2.
Oh, that's a nice
Oh.
play. Nice find, Mochy.
This is actually, I think it's instant because he just showed me a quiz this weekend that he gave in Cyprus.
Yeah.
And it
this
had a
is
play just like
such
this
a-
on it. and
It's a
now-
clear
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
Sandalilov play. That's
I
how I
think
learned
the-
about it.
The tricky part of it in the quiz position was that you could anchor instead. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And now.
What about now?
I don't think we've really improved. Our board's worse. Let's start
Board
there.
is worse, but we had a slight increase in blitz value
Yeah.
because we can have more covers now.
I don't
And
think
6-2, 6-2 is duplicated.
I really don't think we're there. We're
I
not
don't-
even
I
that
don't-
happy
I don't
to
think
hit
so
on the
either.
17 or 16.
We're not there yet. Maybe
Yeah.
if the builder on the 11 was on the 10 point, so we would have direct covers.
The
6-2
six-
is a great shot. I think that's the move. Yes, I
Yeah.
think that's a better play than hitting in the outfield.
Yeah. Certainly.
Very nice roll. Okay, now we got a cube. No,
Oh,
maybe
2
not.
in,
Two
yeah.
in, 2 in.
2 feet on the
It's
ground is going
not
to
a
be easy to deal with, yeah.
Cube. This is not a cube.
I don't think so. I mean, he has, now the hitters in the outfield are nice. They can really swing things, you know?
The race got
it's-
close.
Most 7, or all 7s and most 8s. So,
Even though he has a 4-point board now,
I
Dirk
still
is
don't
off the
see
bar.
it. Yeah, he's leading 2.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
gotten worse. Okay.
It's worse. It's gotten worse. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because Dirk is not on the bar.
Yeah.
It's
I'm still surprised. I don't know if I would have guessed that it's gotten that much worse.
I
There's
would
just-
be
yeah,
very surprised if Mochy doubled this position.
yeah. Well, he's like went from a 3-point board to a 4-point board. I think he keeps feeling like, am I closer? Like, how can I? I thought about it 2 rolls ago, right? How could I not be there yet? So,
But he should have an intuition of which way it went, you know?
Yeah.
It got worse here.
yeah. Sometimes
there
that's a
really?
hint too. Is that like the 4-3 is such a swing, such a great shot, you know? Or are we checking it?
Yeah, you're right, Nick. It's like
Oh.
a 100 blunder basically
Yeah.
to take.
I actually just went and watched that past stream like in our free
You did?
time. And I
So
just
we had
remembered.
this exact discussion.
No, I don't
before.
know.
Okay. We might have, it's very,
Yeah.
very likely that.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Mochy is spending so much time here,
Yeah, this is kind of strange.
because he didn't double before when Dirk was on the bar.
Yeah.
And now he survived the blitz and there's no direct attackers.
He's just visualizing all his numbers, I guess, and trying to think about how it's going to play out.
Yeah,
Getting
he
tricked
doesn't have a
up.
prime advantage, he doesn't have a race advantage. So you better have a heck of a blitz advantage if you want to cube.
This is a tendency of Mochy's that I feel like I've noticed, though, is that like it's kind of his strength, but he really is a person that tends to think about the numbers, like all of them. And that's the way he evaluates positions, and he's not going to be particularly comfortable until he can really think it through, and not going to trust his result until he knows exactly how it's going to play out next. So I don't think he's the type of person that tends to just stop on some sort of heuristic. Yeah.
He understands the game at a very deep level, of
Yeah.
course. So he's feeling it out. He's
Mhm.
running through all the possible dice combinations here in his mind.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any direct builders. All of his threats are indirect
Mhm.
attackers here.
Yeah.
But of course, it's a big swing. He hits an indirect one, and Dirk fans. This could be a market loss. So
Mhm.
there are market losers out there, but
Yeah.
it's just like he's got 2 checkers on the 24 point. What if he doesn't roll a fly shot? Then he's actually in a losing position.
Yeah. his
It's not
sevens
just
and-
50-50.
Strangely, his 7s and 8s are duplicated too, huh?
That's true. That's a
Kinda
good
fun.
observation.
Now he's got 9s and 10s to
That's
hit loose in the
that-
board too.
Yeah, good, Mochy. He does take a roll.
He's just gonna take his time to do it, and then it's just cleans up simple, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder if he can. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, for the fans.
audience.
Let's
For
do
the
it.
fans.
For the fans.
The banana split. He's not going to do it. Yeah. The banana split is correct if you're facing huge amount of threats and you
Yeah.
need to take away the half of the roll of the opponent.
Just not there here. Yeah, you're not desperate yet.
No, you're not that desperate at all.
There's a lot of other rules of thumb, but that's probably the best one. You got to really mean it.
I'm
Oh yeah, do you
yeah,
anchor
yeah,
make the
yeah,
5? I didn't even
exactly.
think about it really.
I would make the 5 because I like the fact that
Yeah.
we're starting to prime.
And you get to make the
Mochy here.
9 with
but,
it. Yeah.
But this is also a good move. This is like a move that makes 2 good things
Yeah.
rather than just 1 very good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about my back checkers somehow. It's only 9 checkers in the zone too. It's like, I mean, it is a very blitzy position, but there
Yes.
aren't attackers there.
I think that's why it's so close.
And when you make this, you have the better board too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very tricky. That'll be interesting to see on
Very
plus
tricky.
plus. Yeah.
I kind of like Dirk's play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
2-5 is a great shot.
That is the Joker.
Dirk's a favorite to anchor though, and still just be totally alive in this game.
Oh,
He does
crucial
not.
fan. Now Mochy has another cube decision
He
here.
must have one now. There
It
just
looked-
are too many ways that this can go. Like
Yeah,
any loose hit that succeeds is just lights out.
and now he has the racing advantage,
Yeah.
21 pips up. So he has 2 out of 3 advantages here. He has a race advantage, he has a blitz
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, you could just get
Significant
one more
advantage.
single checker fan and like escape his back checkers. It just seems like a clear cube, and then it seems like a lot of action for Dirk.
I
too.
mean, I think the difficult decision here is on the cube side, to be honest. I think it looks like a clear take to me,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know if I'm cubing. Maybe I am,
Yeah.
but that's where the decision is, I feel.
Interesting. Yeah, it's so impure. I'm probably overestimating the 4-point board there, but it just, I guess the loose hit is not desirable. Okay.
Oh, look, it's
okay,
clear no
way
double.
off. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
because
yeah.
Dirk has the advantage in the priming game, and Dirk also has good blitzing potential in a
Yeah.
hitting exchange.
Yeah, what do we do here? This is you like sitting, no, I guess the 5 isn't duplicated either way. Isn't this simple? Don't you step up and,
This seems to be the best play according to XG, but I think this is a really difficult move for me, to be honest.
yeah,
To evaluate risk and reward here.
the second one looks exactly like what I would step up and just 17 to 14 feels
Yeah.
very natural. Try to just win a race.
Exactly. You're
Because
up in the
as we
race.
talked about the cube and why it's not, I started to realize that we're like very much outboarded, and hitting loose is not very much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's also Mochy's play, but
Mhm.
I think it has something to do with the cube efficiency as well, because
Mm.
after the aggressive play, you're gonna have more powerful cubes next roll.
Mm.
If you don't get hit, you have a powerful cube. This one is difficult to have a
Yeah.
powerful cube. No, it's not, because if he fans, it's still gonna be an easy take. Yeah, I think that's why actually. Here it's difficult to get into a cubing situation when you play the passive play.
6-1.
Oh. Okay, you jump out and you safety, I
Yeah.
guess.
One block. Why not?
Yeah, even though it's nasty to have 5 checkers on the midpoint,
Yeah.
that's what you gotta do.
It's just turned into a race against a holding game, you know?
Yes.
Okay,
It's,
the
there's
force
the hit. So he didn't succeed in achieving freedom.
and 6 out, right? Yeah. Simple.
Very crucial hit by Dirk here.
Yeah, now does he have enough of an edge on a fan to do something with this?
This is a cube.
We won't find out.
This is a cube.
Oh, he has to create another blot.
Yeah, I think this is a cube.
He's got the better board. He doesn't have the race. He can just miss and be pretty sad.
What's the race? Actually, I think one of the pip counts is not updating properly. Again, we have a little bit
Plus
of
29 versus minus 15.
Yeah, that's not. I think it's the bottom one that seems to be accurate by my quick
yeah.
assessment.
Yeah.
I think the race is something like this. Like, Dirk is down in the race, but he has, like, what are his threats here? He can hit with a 4.
Yeah.
That is most likely going to be a market loser, market losing
A
sequence.
loose hit with a 5. or
You have
something?
6-3 makes.
There's a ton of counterplay with the hit with the 4, though, isn't there? Okay.
There is counterplay.
Yeah.
But hit and a fan, for sure, that's a market loser. Hit and a enter with an ace could be a market loser.
Mhm.
6-2 makes the bar point. The doubles are great. Double 6, double 5, double 4, double 3, double 2. Double aces, point shift.
I'm not sure the doubles are that great. You're still
Look,
kinda
it's
down
a
in the
very
race.
clear double,
Yeah.
according to Extreme Gammon.
Yeah, but the wins are like 65-35, so it's a
But
lot of gammon threats.
It is,
What's going
yeah,
on.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's volatile. You have lots
Yeah.
of threats here. You have
Mhm.
big market losers.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And according to O'Hagan's law, you need approximately 25% sequences to be market losers, under the condition that the remaining 75% sequences are more or less 50-50-ish.
Mhm.
So I think this is a good application to that rule.
Yeah.
You probably have a quarter of the sequences here to be a market loser. And even if you don't hit, you still have a pretty good position, because you have prime value here. Even though Mochy has some race value, Dirk has some prime value.
It's really only 6-3 that improves without hitting. I'm thinking there must be a big piece, I guess, are 5s and 8s hitting loose on the ace? I suppose so.
The 5s
that's
could
pretty
hit, that's
dead.
true, but
Yeah.
it could hit loose on the ace in case we don't have another good 5 to play.
Yeah. Well, we don't. I don't think we have good 5s to play.
You could play 16 to 11 with a 5 and safety the blot there.
It's quite a. I mean,
It's
if
a little
you
bit
get
passive.
hit in the outfield, then
Yeah.
you lose.
It's true, it's a little bit
It's just
passive.
kind of over. So.
But it's also a little bit of a blitzy place, 6-1, and we
Mhm.
kind of don't want to make blitzy plays from it down in the race, and we already have a good prime structure. But yeah, could. I think it's a good double from Dirk. There was some blunder potential here, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Mhm.
Every
It
time
sounds
you,
really hard to understand for me.
yeah,
It's a strange position. Yeah.
it's it's a volatile position. Oh,
gonna
he
pass
passes it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so the second blunder from Mochy
Yeah.
in this game, and his PR is going to go up a bit. I mean, it's funny because for me this was more on the doubling side where the decision was. For you, it was actually the other way around. No, wait, you.
No, and I was on the. I think the doubling was more confusing too, but the double was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You were even more on the no double side. You were not sure if you would, or maybe you would double, but you were not
Yeah.
sure of it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
And the equity loss was bigger by non doubling. It was more
Yes.
important.
because
There
of the
is-
volatility.
Maybe the score could banner a decent amount there. Didn't
It,
feel
it
like
could
by the
it could do a
numbers.
little bit. It could do a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, it's still going to be a double at a neutral score.
A 5-point match, and Dirk is off to a huge lead here. I don't think this is a cue with both checkers in, but it's a strong advantage already. Yeah. Mochy with the candlesticks.
Yes, this is not a cube. Yeah, it's classic double 3 blitz reference. He needs to be on the bar. It's a 5-4.
Oh, 5-4.
He hits loose with the 4, and he comes down with the
I
5.
thought it was a 5-2. I was like,
Ah,
no, this is
okay.
illegal. And this, okay. He hits, okay.
It's a 5-3. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very nice to make the 8 point.
Mhm.
Very, very nice.
The 3
Points
checkers
are good.
back is going to keep Mochy safe for a little while too. He's got
Okay.
to make the anchor, and then the 4 sucks. What do we do?
It really sucks. Oh. Okay, so 6-2 is the best one.
Yeah.
According to Extreme Gammon, just a single shot there and a couple of fly shots. 6-4 is duplicated, by the way.
Mm. Yeah. True. 5-1's going to hit.
That's a
I guess
nice
just
hit.
continue to the bar. Why do you want to play 13 to 8? Yeah. You got to get moving.
Yes,
That's your main
way
threat in
more
this
important
position?
to create connectivity with the back checkers, get them moving.
Okay, cool. We got our
Doesn't look
candlestick back.
good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this is a very, very weak position for Mochy here.
Yeah.
But he still has some racing.
It makes it
chance.
tempting to sit back there, but I think you got to make the bar point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the anger is too great. Oh, that's a great shot from Mochy,
Mhm.
the Super-Grandmaster. The only
Swing.
Super-Grandmaster in the world, according to the BMAP Federation. The BMAP Federation, who is supporting the Ultimate Backgammon Championship or vice versa. All UBC tournaments are BMAP tournaments as well.
Look at this. It looks like Dirk's got the PR race right now, too,
Yes,
by a
he
sizable
is.
margin. He's
He
doing
is.
really well in this game.
He's
Come
basically.
to think of it, too, I can't remember any decisions where it was, like, surprising mistakes or anything. Like, he's just kind of bringing it home.
I think
Oh,
it's
jeez.
2-1 in blunders in Mochy's favor or disfavor. It would be.
Yeah, Mochi's have the surprises more in this match.
Yeah.
He needs that, though. He needs to score some points before the day's over, you know?
Yeah.
We need a match. 3 to start, yeah, that's fine. They're playing like they're stressed out on time or something, but probably not. Just being careful. This is going to turn the race around, so we probably want to break contact. We have a problem with the last 4 again if we do that, so maybe the mid's okay. Actually, like the look of that. It just looks too awkward to play off
But
the
the
18.
race is going to be up 7 pips, right?
Yeah. But here we go, 13-9,
Wow.
13-5. It's just...
It's very close, though.
But just look at your only last 4 is 6-2 after that play, and then you just like what are you hoping to do with the 14 and
it's
the
true.
13?
It's true.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not
This is a
actually.
blocking point.
Yes,
blocks your
you're
fives,
right.
yeah.
You're right. I see it now. This is a
Yeah.
very, very good play. You have the added benefit of priming, and this one, it's kind of like
What about
6-2
yeah.
is annoying,
Mhm.
and it's going to be very difficult to bring six checkers home from
Yeah,
out
how
there.
do we do this?
The
And
other
we're not
play-
even like winning the race by that much. We're not blocking by doing this. So
That's
like,
right.
it's-
You're
yeah.
not blocking.
Yeah.
You're gonna could have a hard time bringing checkers home. The other play, it sacrifices connectivity, which
Mhm.
is bad, of course.
Yeah.
But at least you get robustness, which
Yeah.
means that you have good structure and you have good flexibility. So you can just wait for
Yeah.
more rolls to roll a double and then run
They're
home there.
Super close. It could overturn by
Yeah.
plus or something.
It's rather close.
Yeah,
Both
I-
moves make sense
The
essentially.
main problem with the 13 and 9, I guess, is that you actually have that third checker sitting back on the 18 that you aren't likely to get to safety without leaving a blot at some point, right?
That's true.
So, okay, this looks reasonable, yeah. 2 blots in board, so you want to leave some fly shots. It's the time. 6-3, is that going to fill those in? Awkward. I guess
it depends
we're just
on
going to break
how.
the 8.
Yeah, or the midpoint. This is the
Oh,
most
yeah,
flexible
yeah,
move.
yeah.
He made it very fast because
Yeah.
if he was expecting to get some immediate shots, breaking the 8 point is better. If not, breaking the midpoint is better because then you create more flexibility for the future.
It looked
And
to
it
be
se-
a mistake.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
seemed
that-
to be a small mistake actually. I think it was because of there was some strippiness or whatever you call it in Dirk's points. Like he could roll a couple of bad shots.
Where are we now? So Dirk's going to think about a cube here.
Yes,
'cause
this
he-
is a holding game position, but it's a little bit different because here we
What is
have
the
the
race,
pure.
though?
Yeah,
Is he ahead 10?
I had 9 pips. Okay, well, now we finally updated the pip count. Now it's
Mhm.
working again. So it's 9 pips ahead for Dirk.
Yeah.
That could have been close. Oh, it wasn't. 77%.
Feels
Oh,
like
that
it
was
should be because
sixes.
he's kind of primed too. You know, like, it's weird how much that changes for the 21.
Yes. Oh, double threes.
But this should keep
It's-
him in the game. I expect. Should be about even now.
Yes, it looks close just by doing a quick eye evaluation.
I don't have the eye evaluation.
I think it was.
It's
three-
hilarious how helpless I
three-
am without a running count. Like I just can't tell.
Wow, double fives. They are rolling well. This
Yeah.
is probably going to be a game winner.
Yeah.
It's probably worth.
It's not what it's been all day.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know what you were thinking.
Let's see. So Dirk has to do it again.
Okay,
Just
okay.
roll it casually. Roll a double four. No
Threaten to lose
problems.
his market again.
Okay. This time Dirk doesn't use the bear
Ooh,
off tray.
6-5 is strong.
Very
I
strong.
haven't seen him using it at all, actually. I
Yeah,
don't know
they
where
did
he's
use
put
it the last game. And
Okay.
look, Mochy is using it again now. It's just Dirk. He's keeping the checkers in his hand for some reason.
We're dead even somehow. 28, 38,
It's
45
close.
to 43. Slightly behind. Okay. 5, 10, 2 checkers off, 2 checkers off.
I think
yeah.
we're
Should
up
be
to
dead even. Ish, yeah.
or something. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was trying to make a manual count as well.
Yeah.
What was that?
5-1.
Uh-huh. Not a good sequence for Dirk. Another bad roll.
Not a bad one either. 6-2. Okay. We're evener. These are hard though. They've been in a lot of these very
Yes.
confusing asymmetric bear off kind of situations that are just, man.
For me, those positions are some of the hardest positions.
Yeah.
The thing is that it's not so often that you get really challenged because it
Yeah.
happens to, it's like it has to fall out right in that zone where it's
Yeah.
difficult.
Usually it's just clear.
This is just like clear who's winning the race, right? And
It
so you
is one
don't
of
have-
those funny areas too where it's just like the simplest possible position for the bot.
Yes, that's right.
But for us it's
But
just
for us, it's
brutal.
computational. That's the problem.
Yeah. How do
Humans
you like
don't do
2 off
computations.
versus
to-
6-4. That was okay. Yeah. I think I'm doing that, but it was just an interesting decision.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's just so rarely the
5
case
checkers
that
to 6 checkers. He must be wasting. He has just so many more pips that he can't sum this, I don't think. But it's intriguing.
1, 2, 3
Oh,
rolls.
look how
1,
close that
2,
is.
3 roll. Yeah, because it's almost like a 3 roll versus 3 roll. But it's probably slightly worse for Dirk than a 3 roll.
But
that
it's
was a
definitely
good
worse
roll.
than a 3 roll for Mochy.
Yes.
Oh, never
Oh, wow. Now we're probably going to see some endgame cubing coming up here.
Yeah, and it should
Let's
be a
see.
take, huh?
Nope.
No.
Nope,
No, it
nope,
should
nope.
not be a take.
It's a double drop. Very easy drop.
Yeah.
Very, very easy.
Yeah. Excitedly chucks the cube over. And we're going
Nice.
to get another 1-pointer. All these mythical scores that Mochy says can arise and all this, like with these 2 robots playing, you know, against
Yes.
XG. Uncommon score land we're in.
Improve your backgammon skills by reading the best books on the market. Available on Amazon. Links in the description below.
I think we have started most matches off 2-0 though, haven't we? I forgot to check in this one, did we?
I think, I don't remember this one. Didn't we have a double drop in game 1?
In a 6-0, 7-0, I think? I can't remember. No, I think we might
Yeah, or
have
had a double take.
I think it might have, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to assume it was, 100%. Mochy's always right. How could he be wrong?
6-3. This is classic opening game theory.
2 down.
Mochy-
Is
Mochy-
it because 4 away?
No, it's actually correct for money as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Look how close that is.
yeah, it is close. I
Yeah.
mean, between all 3 plays.
Mhm.
It's just one of those plays where
I used to know him. I
you-
forgot him.
you kind of want to play pure because Dirk is stacked. He's stacked, which means it's going to be difficult for him to build a prime. So if you succeed with the prime, there's an extra gain. Your game plan.
This is
should
tricky.
tend
You
towards
got to
the
pass
prime.
up making the 5 to hit, but you can continue too, so...
Yes, but the thing is that the checker you're hitting is in Mochy's prime zone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So you're taking away one of his most crucial prime development checkers.
It's a great shot.
Great shot.
Covering's nice too, but that'll do.
Yes.
Threes.
Oh wow! Look how
Ooh,
great the golden
neutralized.
point is from Dirk. The golden point is the 20 point, or the 5 point, coined by Paul McGrill. I think I don't know if he got the expression from someone else, or he invented it.
No,
The golden point.
I'm not sure of that. What is this? If we didn't have our blot, maybe we just hit on the 3, and we still do. Okay.
Yes.
Reasonable.
We
What
have
else
to.
do we do?
We have to reject the hitting on the 10 point because that gives up our golden point.
Yes.
And that's no good. So it's one of those funny things where it's just better. Yeah, look, Mochy, he knows this. Wow,
Yeah.
good play, Mochy.
It looks reasonable. I mean, just what
Or
is...
let's see. Okay, he's looking at it. This is too loose. You don't want to be loose on both sides of the board at the same time.
Well, you're doing it into 11 checkers in the zone, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make matters worse.
Yeah, there's a lot of fear there.
The more checkers your opponent has in the zone, the less incentive you have for opening yourself up to getting blitzed.
And Dirk's happy to play a quiet game at 5-away, 4-away here, I think, too, or at this position, just to try to consolidate a race.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to achieve freedom and getting into a winning race in a holding game. Ah,
This
that's
is
interesting. Yeah. Okay, this is one play. It seems to be the second best play. 14 millipoint.
Yeah, keep
Okay.
the 8 as well,
Yeah.
and just cover the 3.
Oh, what a horrible fan from.
Wow, and 4-away,
Dirk
we got to
Schiemann.
think about something with 3 checkers
right.
back, but he's got a lot of gammons.
It's one of those scores where in a
Yeah.
gammonish position, the 4-away player, who's
Yeah.
the leader of the match, actually want to be more aggressive than at a neutral score or for money game. Okay, what about
Oh.
this? Are we
And
getting
awarded
there, or
for
still?
making the 3 instead of the 4 for sure.
Are we still a bit far away, or are we slowly getting there?
10 in the zone, still down in the race, 3 back to 1 back. You know, you wouldn't think so, but I feel
score-
like there's gammons here.
Yeah, the score is telling us to play aggressive with the cube.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not sure here. I'm leaning towards the no double as well. Okay, it is a no double.
I would probably
is a
get
no
tricked
doubt.
here.
Because there's a lot of priming going on actually.
This
from
adds a
Dirk.
lot of clarity to that 6-5
Oh,
is an oddly good
wow.
roll, you know?
This is kind of like what I was talking about earlier, where Dirk is actually priming a bit here. It's not that he's creating a full prime, he's just creating sufficient obstacles for Mochy to jump out into a winning race.
Hmm.
So that's okay in backgammon.
Hmm.
You can create a
6-4 is going to make a nice blocking point too, and
Very
Dirk's
nice.
back onto his game plan.
very nice,
No
yeah.
longer afraid of the cube. 2-6, yeah, plenty of contact for Mochy to play this for a while, I think. With the goalkeeper and the perfect board, this is just still a ton of wins, I think, available.
Yes. I think it could be a cube anyway.
Hmm.
I'm definitely
market
definitely taking here. The market losers, you have the doubles. Obviously, all the doubles are great.
What
You
if
ha-
we just roll a 4-3?
That's also a great one. It's not a big market loser. It might be a small market loser. Okay, it's a no double according to XG. Okay, so I hope I would have not doubled here, but I am tempted to double here, to be honest, because I'm seeing some market lose. But then again, when I look at Mochy's front position, it's like the perfect structure. So if he had some weaknesses, I would be doubling here. But the fact that he's so perfect, oh, that's a great shot.
I
Okay,
think actually Dirk's like problem structure here is a big deal too. It's just not strong enough.
it's not
Like,
quite
he's still
strong
gotta-
enough. Yeah, two
like
gaps.
He doesn't have clear opportunity to just roll this home into
Yes,
a race,
but
even
n-
after this shot.
Yeah, but now it's an efficient cube. Exactly, very good play from Dirk. It wasn't
Yeah.
efficient before because he didn't really have big market losers.
But
Now it's efficient. Now he has market losers.
this is yeah, it's still a take is the efficiency thing.
Is this still a take?
I could see by the numbers last
could
time.
Be.
But yeah, the
but that
problem
was
is-
maybe not the highest settings.
Hmm.
And it might also be one of those positions that Dirk proved actually in his book, in his research, that
Mhm.
XG is kind of overestimating the offensive player here.
Mhm.
Okay, so according to XG, it's a take. Oh, it's a very small take in XG plus.
Mhm, mhm.
So I would actually be surprised if this wasn't a clear pass if you rolled it out.
Hmm.
But
It could
but
be,
but
but
it's,
the-
I know
yeah.
it's very close. I
Yeah.
like the pass from Mochy actually. I
It's
like
reasonable.
the pass.
It goes
Also-
both ways though. It's just not like there's not a lot of particularly safe racing variations in that game. It's going to be
Yeah.
hard to fill in the 4-point.
The Backgammon Galaxy mobile app is coming soon. Star membership, high analysis, blunder database, private games, coin games, rating games, and much, much more.
That's right.
And so
And
he
that's
can
one
keep
of the
that goal
weaknesses
that
he
he
had.
eventually
The
does,
role
yeah.
before was that he had 2 gaps in his structure.
Yeah.
Now he was down to 1 gap, a 4-point.
Yeah.
Um,
Now we're at a really fun score of 4-way of 4-way. I find
Oh, yes.
these to be very difficult to evaluate.
yeah. So both players want to be aggressive in gammonish positions
Hmm.
to try to win the gammon in one game.
But then the recube is just massive on both sides too. So
That's
it
right.
just really messes with the cube.
You can kill your opponent's gammons by recubing.
No, I think just 13 to 8.
There's a bunch of plays here. There's coming up with 2, the Middle Eastern split, which I kind of like. There's this one is not even
Yeah.
that bad. You disconnect your opponent's back checkers. but it seems to be third best. The Middle Eastern split second best, and the best play would be what? Was it 13-11 and splitting with the back
Yeah,
checker?
just a regular split, I think. is it?
Regular split and duplicating force
Oh, yeah.
or something. Didn't you duplicate something?
4-5 hits, 2-5. What is this gonna do?
You don't want to be loose on both sides of the board at the same time. So I think you play 13-8. Come in with a deuce, and then you play 13-8.
Just nice distribution.
That I don't like. Okay, it's actually not that bad, but it's second best. 13-8 was better. It's just weird, you know. It's like it's making a tempo hit when you.
Do we really need to
That's
stack
not
up
really
6 here? I guess I don't know why we're.
What
gonna
else? Yeah, what
6
else
to
are we
4
gonna
looked
put?
intriguing to me, but.
We have to play it. Oh, this one. A dilemma.
3. Not much of a dilemma, is it? Because I mean, you can't point
Look
on
at
head
this,
without the blot over there.
It is a
weird.
dilemma. It is a dilemma.
Wow. Yeah, the offense just seems a little strange, but I guess you're not that desperate to make this bar point anchor right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's exactly right. You're
You
not.
equalize
I mean, you would
bordage.
love to make it, but you're not
Yeah.
desperate to make it.
Yeah.
Mochy is still very underdeveloped in his front position. Well played, Dirk.
Mhm.
Very good play. He's playing really amazing in this match, actually.
Yeah. He seems like himself again. Like he's just
Yes.
finding positions where he's comfortable, you know?
Uh-huh.
Which is always, there's a lot of luck to that, right? So he sees this and he has to decide if he wants to make the anchor. When it's past a point, it feels like, of course, it's just too strong.
Yes.
He's checking out that stack of 6. How might that affect things?
And the total score is 4-0 to Mochy after 2 matches. So Dirk is really fighting to get a 2-point win
Yeah.
in this match to try to catch up.
Yeah. He's doing well on the PR side. The
Yes.
match still tied. 6-4. Mochy leading this game though, and that's a big step in the right direction for him.
Yes. That's a tremendous roll, actually, 6-4. The bar point is so useful
Yeah.
with regards to bringing your checkers home.
This isn't the ideal position for shipping cubes at this score exactly though. You like to have those gammon threats.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. It's gonna make the point in slot, I presume.
And in gammonless positions, the take point is actually quite deep, because
Mhm.
you're only giving away another 7% match winning chances
Hmm.
from going from 4-away 3-away to 4-away 2-away.
Yeah.
So it's an easy point to risk, so you can take the cube because
Your
of that.
opponent's take point on a recube is high as well.
It's 33%.
Yeah. So
It's
then
very
you have
high.
a lot of recube big.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, this 5-4 stuff is just, I don't know how humans find that. But I'm sure I could come up with a reason if I really had to, and I just choose to keep it simple instead. 2 blots and boards, let's just play 13-11, I think. to
It
5?
must be close. No, it's
Interesting.
actually not that close. It is
Yeah.
just better to play like Mochy. Not like last game where he left 4-4 in the last moment
Yeah.
and got hit.
Yeah.
Okay, we see a little bit of crunch in Dirk's home board.
Pretty tight. It's going to transpose, I think, here too. Yeah.
That's
3
fine.
down's a little better. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
3-1 is kind of nice.
Saves a 6.
Saves a 6 outside and maximizes flexibility
Mhm.
on the front side of your opponent's anger.
Oh, it doesn't transpose. After my 6-2, the second 6-2 clears the mid. Take that.
Mm.
Roll out of 1. 6-1, is this just going to come in, I presume? Or 6-2. Okay, so we can remake the mid. Is this better somehow?
This is a tough one. This is again
I
that
don't see it.
decision. We've seen Dirk have a good play, Dirk. He
Wow,
played it fast,
just
this one.
instant, too.
Very good instinct.
I don't...
It's not really the it's not really the dragon with the tail, because it's not purely based on contact value. It's also a racing play. That
You
if you
just
get
create
stuck,
this,
if you
yeah.
get oh, the Joker.
And now we're too good.
Now we're too good.
But it just, it feels like it creates options like that 4-3 for Mochy, and that, like, I don't see how it gains, really.
It gains in by the fact that you don't get stuck all the way on the 21 point with your 2 back checkers. That's
Mm.
very bad for your racing value.
Yeah.
So he's optimizing his racing value by getting off the anchor with one of the checkers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a downside, so it's a difficult equation to solve over the board. What's the
Yeah.
risk-reward ratio here? The cost-benefit analysis.
With only 14 pips outside, like before he started bearing off, it should be around like 25% gammon. So he's gonna have to play pretty aggressive to win it here.
I agree. It might even be slightly above 25%.
But I guess by your cube logic, that his gammon value should be pretty low here.
That's true. He should be less aggressive on playing on too good to double. But that being said, I think it's just still too good to double.
It just is, yeah.
Yeah. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's something you keep in mind in the close decisions.
Mhm.
Like Dirk is not trying to be overly aggressive to win an undoubled gammon here.
Those numbers are beautiful. 2-point. Mochy's had some like tough decisions that I'm kind of surprised to see him make, and still holding the 2.5. Well, Dirk's holding a 1.25, half in it.
Yeah,
It's a great one for him.
he has 2 blunders in the match so far.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still very, very high level of Mochy, especially
Yeah.
considering that he played 1.5 average in the first 2 matches.
Yeah. That's how 2 blunders and everything else perfect, and you can still hold the 2.5. Yeah.
But look at Dirk, 1.2 so far.
Yeah.
He's turning it up.
And are we still okay? This is gonna kill most of the gammons.
Oh, look at this. Can he get double 4? No, he cannot get double 4, so it doesn't matter how he plays it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, no undoubled gammon.
What? No, double 4.
And here, DX should just roll the dice, or the subscriber
They
should...
just resign.
Yes,
Okay.
they just
like
resign.
you said. That's
yes,
good.
exactly.
I have always wondered that if the double just gives your opponent a decision.
That's
and
right.
doesn't give you one.
It does actually give you a decision. So it
Yeah.
would be a silly mistake from Dirk to double there in that
Yeah.
spot.
Even though that seems like pretty standard.
Get the limited edition signed poster by donating $100 in the YouTube Super Chat. Your donations will support the hardworking team who made the UBC a reality. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
because a
regular
take
backgammon.
pass decision is always counting as a decision.
Okay, and we get to another goofy score. 4-way, 3-way.
Yes,
One
that's
point at a time this match.
it's a score that I like. We saw it in the last
Yeah.
match as well. It's what I like to call Gammon Go Light.
Of course, we make the 2-point there.
Yes, because he's the Gammon Go player.
Oh, double six is a
Wow,
great shot.
the nuts.
Yeah.
That's the nuts.
Man, when Dirk's in a match that he knows, he knows.
Yeah.
It's very clear to him.
But it's not. I think that he has really, really strong intuition about like the conceptual principles of backgammon.
Yeah.
He's just such a powerful player, Dirk Schiemann. We saw it in 2019 UBC. Oh, sorry, 2020 UBC in Gibraltar.
Yeah.
We saw it in 2021 UBC in Marbella, which he eventually won. And he averaged around 2.75 and 2.9 in those 2 tournaments.
Oh, look at this. 3-way, 4-way, and this is a pass already? With no points? It wouldn't have
This is again. I think Dirk. I think both players knows this one actually,
Yeah.
because at this score in a gammonless or a gammon low position, the take point is quite high for Mochy here because he can just drop and be 4-away, 2-away.
Mm-hmm.
But if he takes and loses, then Dirk goes to Crawford game, and that's horrible for Mochy because now he's down to 18.6% winning chances instead of 33% winning chances. So this is a powerful cube. It's even though at a money game it might be less powerful, but at this score it's a powerful cube. And
It's
now
still
he
take.
puts the decision on
Takes.
Dirk. Okay, this time he takes. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Dirk knows that there's a bias in Extreme Gammon here, that Extreme Gammon is kind of overestimating the recube vig for the take side,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't seem to have much doubt.
Yeah.
Quick take.
With money references, that's a tough one to find.
Yeah.
I imagine if you read the Holding Game Guru book,
The
that
Holding
you'd
Game
have a
Guru.
hard time considering queuing that or passing it.
Yeah, but in Holding Game Guru Stick Rice, he rolled out all positions extensively.
Yeah.
And that's why you get this very accurate collection of reference positions.
Mm.
And I was actually surprised, like even XG++,
Overshot.
oh, look at this. Even XG++ consistently overvalues the defensive side in these
Mm.
holding games.
So he found that in his Holding Game Guru book.
Yeah, he found that as well.
I didn't
That's
realize
right. So
Interesting.
both Dirk and Stick kind of showing this this leak in Extreme Gammon, you could say,
that. Yeah.
with their extensive rollouts.
Yeah. Fascinating.
in Stig's book, you have a ton of good reference positions to show it. In Dirk's book, you have the theoretical explanation, how the recube vig is calculated, and so forth.
Yeah, and this is just happy to clear a point. I'm not sure why you slowed down to think about that one.
Yeah, it's a great shot actually. Oh,
Oh,
are they not sure of
say
the?
needs to catch up on something?
Yes, I think it's the.
Or that he got 6-2
transcriber.
wrong. Yeah.
Now it's very handy to have a Grandmaster transcription assistant.
Yeah.
We have
Wait, did he end up
Michihito
with over
Michi.
yeah.
Kagayama, one of the best and strongest Grandmasters in the world,
Yeah.
is sitting next to Hossein Paknahat, the transcriber.
Hossein ended up with over-the-ear headphones.
I don't know what's that all about. He has the audio feed from you and me,
Yeah.
so he knows what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Are they not sure about the resulting position? This looks right.
Yeah. 5 in, 4 down.
They just need he just needs to get this one correct. Yes, and 4 down. Yeah, and then 6-5. Here you go, Hossein. He's caught up. It is a little bit tough actually for the transcriber in
Oh,
these
yeah.
racing positions when
Yeah.
they play fast.
Yeah. Quite tricky. Interesting. He doesn't want to get pulled off on a 6. Here, I don't think that's actually the concern. I'm very tempted to just come in or something. 11-7, 6-5 is an interesting option too. But we've got the candidate for leaving the anchor with the 6 here. Like, you're not scared at all to run 22. Yeah, 22 to 20, even better.
It's the
Yeah.
amoeba split.
Amoeba
Split.
Yeah.
Amoeba split. That was coined by Michi actually.
Yeah.
This idea where you split to gain contact value. It's like a tactical maneuver.
Yeah.
But
I didn't look
Dirk
for
didn't see
Michi's
it.
reaction. He should have put one of these behind there. But I wrote a book, Mochy.
Okay. I think they're struggling to keep up with their moves here.
Yeah, it's a 4-1, not a 5-3 is the issue, but that's fine.
Yeah, he put in the wrong
Yeah.
roll.
Must be getting late.
Yeah.
I haven't recently made Hossein Haas, as you call him, right?
Haas.
That's his new nickname?
Haas or Pac-Man.
Haas. I like that. He needs some coffee. I'll get him tomorrow.
Yes. This is
4-3 for Dirk. This is awkward. He's coming home here with all these kind of goofy numbers.
there is some contact value here. Like
Oh, yeah.
end game contact.
Huge contact.
Yeah. He is
All those dead checkers again. He's like happy to sit
Yes.
back on that 22 all day too.
the deuce is interesting. The deuce is interesting. Okay, it's a complete toss-up between taking a checker off.
Is
or
he off? He's not off the gammon yet, I don't think. It's nice to take a checker off.
Yeah, it's very close. You place the 4-2 is slightly more safe
Mhm.
in terms of avoiding to get hit, but it's also very nice to take a checker off. And sometimes you gain from having that spare checker on the 4-point.
Yeah.
Like for instance, if he rolls like a 4-1,
Yeah.
next roll 3-1.
Mhm.
So there's a little bit of gain there as well. And there's a downside with the high doubles, of course, where you leave a shot.
Mhm. Mhm.
So this is not a clear play. Of course, Dirk doesn't know that it's complete toss-up. So he's thinking about it.
Come up with a reason. Yeah, it's always hard to leave all your best numbers being poor numbers, you know? You don't want your
Yes.
6s, 5s, 4s, 3s to suddenly be like anti-jokers, right?
Okay, so he come up with this play, which is absolutely fine.
I guess
Double
3s
four.
are
Mochi is so much down in the race that there's nothing to do
Yeah.
but to stay back. And now is actually the critical moment in the game. Okay. Dirk avoided disaster.
I guess. Is
And he avoided the
still gonna
gammon.
stay with
Gammon
the
lost.
5-1? Yeah. Oh, well done. Yeah.
Well done. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a No. Sorry. That's correct. Yeah, he did
Yeah.
have,
There's almost no chance of a
yeah,
gammon
3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 to leave a shot. And very, very little chance of losing a gammon anyway.
there. And Crawford, it looks like.
It does.
Had a
Dirk-
nice gammon go kind of Crawford game too, though. Those are fun.
That's right. So what Nick is referring to is the fact that Mochy is going to be 4 away in the Crawford game. And in the post-Crawford game, all games are played for double the stake because the trailer is going to double immediately. Which means that if you're 4 points away post-Crawford or 3 points away, then you're going to need to win 2 games to win the match. But if you're 2 points away, then you only need to win 1 game. Which means that at this score in the Crawford game, Mochy is actually playing a Gammon Go style of checker play because he really wants to win a Gammon. And that way he only has to win 1 more game to win the match rather than 2.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy, partner. Pack your board and head on down to the 9th Texas Backgammon Championships, February 9 to 13th at the Gunner Hotel, San Antonio. See you there.
So let's see. And Dirk is just picking up steam and basically just...
Playing lights out. I guess he needs some time to warm up too.
Yes.
Very interesting.
A little bit of game 1 syndrome.
I wonder what his average at the end of the day then is going to be, like a 5 or a 6 for the first one. And then if he can hold a 1 and a 2, it's still like
It's still very good.
strong average.
It's below 3.5 probably.
Yeah, probably a 3.
Yeah.
I think it feels like there's been more games and decisions in this one that he's holding a 1 to. So.
Yes. Okay, so we make the 22-point angle, the butterfly angle, as Mochy calls it in his new book, Back Checker Strategy.
What do we do with 5-2? This is awkward. Do we have to throw it behind? It feels too early to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, what about the second best play? That's the play that comes to my mind, 13 to 8, 7 to 5.
Just slotting?
But
I would probably just 13 to 8
yeah,
and split.
yeah.
It seems fine too.
Yeah, it's just the slotting on the 5 has less cost. Fewer hitting numbers.
Here's the butterfly.
Yes, there we go. This was the metamorphosis of the
22-point
what-
into a running thing. Yeah.
what do you call the stage before butterfly? Like a caterpillar? No.
The larva? The
Larva?
cocoon?
Cocoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the cocoon metamorphosized into a butterfly.
Is that how you Danish is cocoon?
Damn, being bullied by my accent.
Are you? I can't pull it off of her.
Oh, look at this roll. What is he thinking about here? Isn't it just obvious that you... No, it's not obvious.
It's
okay.
like an even race.
He
Yeah.
took the proper amount of time to think here.
Yeah.
Which
And
was-
Gammon Go, remember?
That's
So you
right.
kinda wanna
That's
hit,
right.
yeah.
That's right. He did find the best play. It was to run, but if he played it instantly, he wouldn't have checked out the actual possibility of making like a more attacking and contact-seeking play.
This is good for everyone's PR here too.
Oh yeah, but I don't know if they really like it. I
Right.
think they want to get in there and outplay each other
Yeah.
in a messy backgammon position. This is simply too easy and simple. No cubes,
Yeah.
pure checker play.
Oh,
Oh,
and
double
sixes.
sixes. This could be a two-point win for Dirk.
Yeah. He's
It's
strong
looking like
favorite
it-
to have that.
Looking
yeah.
like a two-point
That would be
win now.
great for him after starting off 0-4.
Yes,
To get 2 points in there.
well deserved after such a beautiful match.
Yeah.
I think it's like 5 or 6 games.
Oh,
Maybe
5.
more,
Okay.
and then 5s. Yeah, it's getting close to gin.
Sometimes it's easy.
You cannot make much of a mistake here, that's for sure. But he has time in the time bank, 3 minutes and 50 something seconds, so why not just make sure that he plays accurate?
Hmm. He's got some awkward gaps on the 5 and the 4 there.
Yes.
Not one to be filled in. Like, it's a tough problem to have when you roll 6s and 5s, you know? You just can't fill in those high points and be efficient.
Yes. Again, same problem.
Yeah. So many 6s and 5s. It's just a real problem. I'm sure he would throw him back if he was allowed to, you know? Mochy with a very beautiful bear-off structure. 6-4, okay, we fill one of them in.
Yeah, very, very little wastage, if any, from
Yeah.
Mochy's side here. Definitely some wastage in Dirk's position, but nevertheless, of course, you want to be Dirk in this position. You want to have fewer pips to go.
Yeah.
Wastage just means that he's gonna not be able to utilize all the pips that he actually rolls because he's gonna take off some checkers forcefully, so from the lower points.
Two off, and he's hanging on to it.
It's he needs at least one big double here.
I think a little more. He's prepared for it, though.
Yes.
Dirk not running into any of those distribution issues quite yet.
Nope.
Looking okay. 6-4, all our big sets work. 2-1, okay. We're gonna make a game out of it, maybe.
We still need a big double from the
sixes
Super-Grandmaster.
look
6-5
very
is not
good.
bad.
Yeah, that might be enough. Enough of those that could
Yes.
work. Feels like a double eventually. 1. Man, it's like so rare that I even think about rooting for luck or anything like that. And this is like one of those spots as Dirk where I'm like, just let it be over. Don't make me play another game. It's stressful. 4-2. Good find,
Yes.
good find. 5-3 always just looks more natural to me. But 3-1, we can still fill it in though, or do we take a checker off? Sure, that seems fine. Still has catching up to do. Yeah. 3-1s for everyone would be fine with Dirk.
Mochy needs to produce.
There we go. I think this feels like a distribution one. You have 8 checkers. 4 off, okay. Good
It's
find.
just so rare that the distribution plays dominate
That's-
taking a checker off place.
Dominate is never, right?
Yeah.
But that looked fairly clear that you could just improve it so much with the 6-3 and 5-4.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I guess if you need a set either way, maybe it just doesn't matter as much. This makes your 5s work very well, so that could be part of it. Just the fact that he needs a set, you know?
Yeah. Also just the fact that it's almost never correct, even in a case like this.
The
Oh,
gap
wow.
on the 4 is where it is. That's where you tend to want to fill it.
Yeah.
And if
that's
you
an
have,
important
I
one.
mean, you have 3 or more checkers on the 5 and the 6 like that too, where
Yeah.
you're likely to have to dump some 4s to the deuce and the ace.
This is here we have the resign
Oh, nice.
because it's
Okay.
yeah. Dirk is winning 2 points. Well
2
done, Dirk
points,
Schiemann.
yeah.
He's back in the hunt.
Yeah,
It's 4-2 now, the total score.
yeah.
Now we're gonna see Dirk's reaction to the PR. He's gonna be happy this time. Let's see if he has some physical or emotional expressions here.
Yeah.
Okay, he looks content. One hand in his pocket, or whatever it is, in his side. Yeah, we're getting a lot of good stuff out of very little here on the Backgammon Galaxy live stream. Okay,
Well, there you have
so not too many physical reactions from the player here. They're kind of applying Zen methodology.
Yeah.
What do you think about the game here, Nick?
We finally got to see some of Dirk's air game. Real good stuff, you know?
Yes.
That is intriguing, though. I guess, like, game 1, if that's Mochy's A game, well under a 1, you know? Like, slightly over for Dirk or something like that. But it felt very sharp. He felt like not only was he making the correct plays, he was making them pretty quickly and confidently.
Yes,
You
he
know?
played amazing
Yeah.
in this match, basically.
yeah,
Dirk
yeah.
is back in his A game,
Mm-hmm.
and the match just got a whole lot more exciting, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope you liked and subscribed the video so far. That's the best way to support this Backgammon YouTube channel and the UBC Championship. I hope you enjoyed the little pieces of advertisement we put in. We think that we have some cool stuff coming up. The UBC Contender Tournament in Istanbul in April 2022, April 18th to 24th. We have the new books coming out, Holding Game Guru and the Siska Method. We have the beautiful Earthboard, of course. All this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and of course the Backgammon Galaxy mobile app is very close to being launched. So when it does, remember to download and leave us a good review, because we're always going to have some bad reviews here and there for the people who believes that we rig the dice, which we obviously don't do.
Oh.
Don't be one of those people who think that we rig the dice. But yeah, that's it for this match, Nick. What else do we have?
I don't know. I'm just excited for the next one. I'm glad they're both in their rhythm. You know, they're playing really sharp. It's cool to see Mochy overcome the day one syndrome and put up a really strong performance. And it's
That's
cool
right.
to see like Dirk getting over that and like really in the zone too, you know? So I
Yes.
think we got a lot of great backgammon to come.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like it's good to see Dirk getting some momentum here because Mochy is still leading. He's leading 4-2 and he's leading in the average PR.
Yeah.
But Dirk has momentum now and
Mm-hmm.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, looking forward to the next match. See you tomorrow, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Are you ready to roll the dice? Now it's time of UBC Grandmaster analysis. So today I'm gonna introduce a new idea from my latest book, Backchecker Strategy. So here is a position. The score is 2-2. And of course, white is Mochy, blue is Dirk. Okay, blue has 3 back checkers and very strong home board like this. This is a position and dice number is 4-3 for white. So how do you play this 4-3? Do you have any idea? First, I believe a 3 must be easy. White can hit with a 3, but of course, white have to make the advanced anchor. It's so important. After that, we start thinking how to play a 4. Unfortunately, we don't have good 4s. Of course, this is totally wrong. This one, or this one. We don't have any good 4s. We don't want to pass it, but we have to play a 4 is a rule. So which one we should choose? So now I take the idea from my book. Here, white secure the advanced anchor. I call this situation advanced stage. In that stage, the idea is play safely if we have choices, not play boldly. Play safely is the idea at the advanced stage. So which one is the safest play? Of course, after this, white gives double shot. After this, white gives double shot. After this, white gives only single shot. So it must be the safest play. But we knew that the 2 point is not so important. The value is low. Is it okay? I'm not so happy. However, the priority at advanced stage is play safely. That's why this play is the best. And over the board, of course, Mochy chose this one. So can you believe that? Yeah. So this is the best play by far. Okay. Did you get it? Do you like it? Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
The UBC is produced by Backgammon Galaxy. Play among the stars.